Let's go.
Road trip begins.
I don't wanna. He said I have to for the vlog.
Locked.
Who's got the key?
Lighted. Night does.
Barrett's bag can't fit in.
Yeah, come on, we can do it.
Oh gosh.
We can do it.
I'm already sick.
Go on.
My eyes the whole time. No, we weigh too much. I can feel it.
We made it.
Before we start this travel day, let us catch you up on our last week. After a day in the gorgeous Italian Dolomites with Kayla and Barrett, which ended up being a much bigger adventure than we planned, we road tripped south to one of our favorite places on earth. On our way, we strolled through the porticos of Bologna and had a delicious tortellini lunch.
Wow. That's good.
Arrivederci, Bologna.
And later that afternoon, we made a quick stop in the coastal city of Cirolo to stretch our legs on the beautiful beach.
Hopefully find some gelato and coffee.
Cheers.
I'm so happy. Eating my two favorite things back to back. Life is good. Back on the road.
The road trip ended at our dear friends Bob and Gina's farm, where Nate's brother Dusty and his wife Sarah joined us. Family and friends are so important to us. And with our life being full-time travel, we really cherish any time we get to be with the people we love.
My beard doesn't fit.
So we had a blast showing them all of our favorite spots this week.
This square looks like a movie scene.
Nate saw
And we're so
something.
excited to be back.
Bon appetit.
Bon appetito.
But today, it's time to say some sad goodbyes and hit the road again.
Bye, Luna. You look sad that we're leaving.
Oh, thank you.
Ciao.
So sad. Today we are taking a train to our 92nd country of Switzerland. We have pretty much taken a 3-month summer break to hang out with friends and family, so we are so excited to finally be seeing a new place today. I think this is ours. We have no idea what to expect on this train. And we're off.
So we just left San Benedetto and we're traveling about 5 hours north to Milan, where we will change trains, and then another 3 hours from there to our final destination of Zurich.
We are currently sitting together, but
We're just gonna see how long we can sit here before somebody kicks us out. Otherwise, we have to go sit with the random people back there.
not one of those awkward like 4 seats that are looking at each other.
We've traveled on a lot of trains, but I think this is the longest day train we've ever done. I mean, we've spent like days and days on trains. But we almost always have like a compartment, so this is a little different for us. If this was an airplane, the seat would cost thousands of dollars.
For sure. And there's AC.
That's a plus.
It's hot.
So I'm not sure if this is proper train etiquette or not, but we're getting the vibe that you can just kind of sit wherever you want, and then if somebody gets on and you're in their seat, they'll just nicely ask you to move. So we have this great table by the window. We survived another station. I kind of hate this. I love the seat, but I feel like I'm living my life in like this constant state of discomfort. Just holding my breath every time we stop. I'd almost rather accept my fate of not sitting across from Kara and just like be able to spread out and know that's where I'm going to be for the next few hours.
Thank you for travelling with Trenitalia. We will be glad to see you again on board our trains.
We just passed through a town called Parma, and after a quick Google search, we learned that Parmesan cheese is made here. If we'd have known that before, we could have planned a little stop there to eat some cheese.
It's so hot. The only air on this train is right here by the window. I'm just sweating. It was good when we got on here. I don't know what happened. 5 hours later, we have made it to Milan, and it is time to find our last Italian meal. Our last meal in Italy. That is a lot of pressure. Do you feel nostalgic right now? This Milan is the first city that we ever visited in Europe. We rode from the airport to this train station. So this is like the first place that we ever stepped foot in Europe.
Yay! I still cannot believe that this is the place. The first time I stepped out in public in a country that no one speaks English, all on our own, and all of these feelings just came rushing back.
I didn't even put 2 and 2 together until we were pulling into the train station, and then I was just like, wow, we're back. That was like such a crazy day. It was our first trip ever, so we were like, we are gonna make the most of every single second of this trip. So we showed up after flying from the US, went into town, ran around like crazy people all day, saw the Duomo, we saw the
Last Supper painting.
the Last Supper painting. But the thing that I remember most from that day is we were on like our 3rd espresso. We were in some coffee shop. We're sitting across the table from each other. We're both on our phones, I guess trying to figure out what we're gonna do next.
Because they had Wi-Fi because we didn't have service here.
I'm looking down at my phone and I just hear a thud on Kara's side of the table. She had fallen asleep at the table with her phone in her hand and just dropped it. Had we not have pulled the trigger and booked that trip because of some really cheap flights, there's a chance we wouldn't be doing this today. Because on that same trip we went to Europe, went to Asia, and it like gave us the confidence that we
fell in
needed.
love with Thailand on that trip.
Do you remember sleeping on these chairs right here?
Yes.
All right, I think we found lunch.
This is something we never would have done on that first trip to Italy. Pay for a nice meal in the train station. But it's our last meal here. I went with the classic cacio e pepe, one of my favorites. And we're trying something new, basil lasagna. And we have the most beautiful view of the train station. And it would be a shame to leave Italy without one last gelato.
All right, keep going.
I was close when we looked down and our train was leaving in 3 minutes and we were on the completely opposite side of the platform. It's still here. Worth it.
As usual, we are doing a little last-minute travel planning, and I may or may not have just pressed book on the hotel that we'll be staying at in 2 hours. You don't have to have everything planned out to go travel. It's actually a little less stressful if you plan a few things.
If you would have told us in 2014 that this is what we'd be doing when we were back here, I don't think we would have believed you.
Also, we've just recently passed into Switzerland, and this is without a doubt some of the most beautiful scenery I've ever seen out the window of a train.
Le Satellite Regional Flugzeuge Abfahrt 18 Uhr 03.
We have officially stepped foot in our 92nd country. We have just arrived in Zurich, and after that train ride, I am so excited about this week. It was like we would come out of a tunnel and I would be like, okay, the beautiful landscape has to be over, and it just kept going. All right, this is what $150 a night gets you in Switzerland.
This is why we haven't come to Switzerland sooner in our travels.
It is in like the perfect location.
It really is. It's a boutique hotel, and so it's really cute, but tiny and expensive.
And apparently no air conditioning.
Or maybe it's behind the curtain.
Currently enjoying the show. Just slightly worried about how long it's gonna go on. Oh wow! I'm just so excited right now. We haven't been to a new country in like 3 months. We're staying right in the heart of the city. Wow.
We got it.
I'm in some weird contortionist back bend right now.
I think you could just completely relax and you would stay upright.
I think so too.
Maybe not.
This is great.
At least it doesn't smell bad.
Oxygen's being sucked out of this tiny box.
No ventilation.
Breath.
Oh.
Like a can of biscuits.
This is ridiculous. I'm scared to put
That's why I wanted to hold on, so I didn't fall over the front.
That's like doing a handstand, huh?
There it is.
I wore pants thinking, oh, maybe this would be like an airplane, it'll be cold. It like blows towards the window, so you can't really like get it.
Robes! Don't think we'll be wearing those in the heat. And they gave us coffee at reception.